Let's dive right in. We'll begin with using the knee hero. If you don't have one yet, please take a book to place your forefoot on so you can easily achieve this elevated angle. And we head straight to using the book or the knee hero for the stretch. Just so you know, I'm demonstrating this particular stretch for the right leg. If you wish to train your left knee freely, then kindly do the same exercise on the left side. And now we proceed with the exercise. The knee stays fully extended, and gently we continue to go. Further ahead, deep into the stretch. And you grip it about head height. We ease gradually into the stretch. Please make sure your knee remains fully extended throughout the exercise. If you're unsure, then ease out of the stretch a little and extend it all the way through and then gradually go back in. It's really important. And at this point, you typically notice the tension in the upper region of the calf just beneath the knee. You should be feeling a 9.5 stretching intensity, below 10, so that you can still manage to bear quite well, even though it's a bit challenging. You notice that you're not as focused on the left knee, but you're increasingly moving into the stretch on the right one. Keep it up. And now, focus completely and with full attention. The leg is fully extended. Enhance that stretch once more and press even more firmly with your forefoot. Against the book or the knee hero, as if you intended to push the entire wall forward and upwards. Press harder and harder. Press even harder. Press even harder, then gently release. Fully straighten the knee and proceed further into the stretch. Go further into it. We're giving the fascia in the muscles enough time to really release, and then you press firmly into the ground again with the ball of your foot. Pressing firmly. This specific exercise is crafted to fully release everything in the entire back area. And after that, you gently let go of the tension once more, fully extend your knee again, and then push even further into the stretch. Stay nicely in that comfortable ache that you can still bear. And then we'll slowly come out. Just adjust it a little, and at this point, kindly make your book about twice as tall in terms of height. For the knee hero, add an additional wedge on top. Then test if it's the book or knee hero, it doesn't matter. When you step forward while keeping your legs straight and your pelvis is directly aligned over your right foot, you should really start to feel your calf muscle experiencing quite a nice, effective and noticeable stretch. And then move your left foot even further forward, making sure not to move your hips back, but to where you feel, aha, now there's calf. Then you move into a hollow back position and gradually lower yourself down into the chair. And then you'll begin to notice that the stretch intensifies in the area behind the knee. It could also reach further up into the back area of the leg, affecting the thigh. And now the focus is to move your pelvis forward repeatedly, just enough so that you feel the stretch in your calf, and simultaneously bend your torso down, and then the entire line in the back stretches nicely. Inside. Keep going. Advance forward, and at this point, press the ball of your foot against the ground as firmly as possible. Push down as firmly as you can against the ground with the help of the forefoot. Release the tension, extend the knee further, and move your pelvis further forward. Bring your torso further down and lower. You can consistently support your body comfortably on the chair, allowing you to so you can work at the peak of effectiveness. Very good. Keep going. And again, press the forefoot as firmly as possible against the ground. At the same time, straighten the knee. Push harder now. Straighten the knees more. Push harder. Straighten the knees more. Push even more. Stretch your knees even more. Release the strength. And again, go further down. And slowly let it release again. I'm quite confident that your knee already feels more liberated, lighter, as the majority of people tend to express. And now we'll transition into the heel sitting position. And depending on your flexibility, if you're able to sit all the way down, then go ahead and sit comfortably. If that's not feasible just yet, then remain at a comfortable height, perhaps by placing a support like a knee hero, book, or cushion to ensure you're at the maximum stretch that is still comfortable for you at this moment. Yes, the stretch should be noticeable enough to be just bearable, keeping that at a level we call 9.5. And now we'll allow everything to take effect slowly. And now we are working on 3 areas of the quadriceps and giving them a really nice stretch. Gently allow your heels to gradually sink deeper and deeper into your buttocks with each breath you take. And now we tense up. First, you press the top of your foot into the floor. Then you press your shins into the floor. Increase the strength and lean back a little bit so that gravity keeps you down, preventing you from lifting away, as your heels should stay grounded. Really use the strength, hold the strength, the legs start to burn. Mine are already starting to burn too. Join in completely, let them burn. That's really good, because the more you maintain that tension there, the more power you generate, the more you manage to really free up that knee. And then, carefully relax again. Let it settle in for a little while longer. And once more, you tense up again, and now. You really tense the knee even more, and the leg more, exactly where you have your spot. So for me, as we're demonstrating to the right, I now tense solely with the right lower leg and the instep. And then you realize, oh my goodness, that's hitting a lot harder. And that's positive, we love it, because it frees up the knee. I truly guarantee when you walk afterwards, after those full 20 minutes, you'll feel just like you have a new knee. And that's exactly this glimpse into the future, how it can feel permanently. So, now, let's go. In this position, take the leg you're practicing with, so I'm taking the right one. If your issue is on the left, please take the left. Let's approach the edge of the mat so that we can initially get as close as possible with the instep, with the joint here. Then we settle the buttocks onto it. This resembles the 2-legged heel sit we practiced a little earlier on. However, now we bring in a muscle. It stretches over the pelvis. Now I pull in my belly button. And with the belly button pulled in, we move the pelvis back. And then you'll notice it adds a completely different stretch. And we certainly appreciate them. Because what does this stretch do? This specific stretch ensures that this particular muscle, which holds great responsibility for knee osteoarthritis and also knee pain, that it stretches out even more. And now you keep going further back. And at this moment, let's begin. And firmly press the ankle or the top of the foot as securely as possible against the ground surface. Nothing on the body should be moving. You press down quite firmly. And when you think it's as firm as it can be, please try to double that intensity once more. Press in even harder. Press in even harder. Press in even harder. Just a little bit tighter, just a little bit tighter. And then you release and notice, aha, I'm gradually drawing my belly button back in. And very carefully shifting the pelvis even further towards the back. Always keep in mind, the pelvis that was possibly like this should stand more like this. Then you've got this muscle fully engaged because you can imagine here's the hip joint. And when you are bent there, the muscle is out of the stretch, but we want it fully in. Remember, only what torments counts, but pleasantly, in comfortable pain. And we keep moving further back, relentless, yet treat the body kindly. Clear, but effective. Push firmly into the floor with as much strength as possible once more. As you press, gently lean back a little to enhance the effect. Apply tension from below. Upwards, and then from above, downwards. Keep pushing even more. Keep pushing even more. Keep pushing slightly more. And gradually release the force and gently come a bit further back, just a little further back as you go along. And we are slowly going out again. Moving out slowly again. Take a moment to gently move your legs around a little bit. And now we are going back into the wide-legged heel-sitting position. Plus, please pay attention now. As we're building on the exercise from before, and earlier it was just one style forward. And now we are pulling the pelvis back as well. Yes, the pelvis wants to come back. Then you notice that strong pull in the thighs, which we only had on the right before, is now in both legs. Because both quadriceps or knee extensors, the thigh muscles are interconnected in the brain. This means that we are now incorporating the other one, which we actually don't wish to practice, into the exercise deliberately, thereby significantly enhancing the relaxation effect. Besides, it's actually good to practice on both sides so that both sides benefit from it. Continue pulling the belly button inward. And slowly start returning back to the initial position. Pull the belly button in. That's the magical trick. Basically, the trick of all tricks. By the way, if you enjoy what we're doing here, please don't hesitate to give us a thumbs up and share the video with as many people as you can, and keep on moving further and further back. And also write a comment about how you like these exercise videos, so that I'm motivated and know what you like and what more I can offer you to provide good training opportunities here. Then, once more, press both your right and left lower legs and ankles firmly down against the ground, ensuring the pressure is evenly distributed for balanced muscle activation. Press down firmly, gently lift it slightly away from the buttocks. Apply a bit more pressure. Apply a little more pressure than before, and then release it again. Afterward, proceed slightly deeper with a gentle touch. And slowly begin to emerge. Move very gradually. We're engaging in extreme stretches, truly excellent stretches. It's necessary to move a little slowly afterward, and now we take the affected side. Into the stretching strap, position it as high as possible on the foot, and then move into a. Make sure to keep your back straight, position the foot vertically, and then gently begin to pull the foot initially in the direction of the knee. Keep pulling the foot progressively more towards the knee, and then you're going to start to notice really nice and feel it pulling, keep going further and further. And now stand upright and gently lean your torso forward. And we continue to pull even just a little bit further with each movement. Keep going a bit further each time. You can also actively move your foot further back. Then it's yet another reason and a contributing factor. And then it basically pulls from the Achilles tendon all the way over the back of the knee, up along the back of the thigh, probably reaching up to the sit bone. At this point, push forward using your forefoot and simultaneously pull back with your entire upper body. The forefoot is trying to move away from the knee, while the torso is also trying to move away from the knee, and you apply more strength. And even more strength. And then more power, and even more power. And when you think you're already pushing hard, now double that force. Double the force, and release, and now keep going. The foot moves closer to the knee. The torso moves closer to the knee. Both are approaching each other. Breathe deeply, push to the limit. This border, this comfort pain, as we often like to refer to it, is where you can just manage to withstand it, and its presence becomes quite strongly noticeable. You can still handle it quite comfortably. That's the precise dosage. And once again, you push off with the forefoot away from the knee forward, and with the torso, it wants to go backward. Increase the power, and add even more strength. And these forces encounter each other in the knee pit area, and apply even more strength, and increase the force even further, and come out while stretching even more into the stretch. And now we've done a good job, and I'd ask you to stand up directly for a moment, feel your knee. Do you notice what's happening there? Do it every day.